As some of you will already know, I'm writing a film, and although I'm not ready to share any of the plot details, I can say it does sort of stem into the area I'm about to talk about, so let's call this research. I just want to take a couple of minutes to take a closer look at dual roles, when one actor plays more than one character in a film. I mean, this is something which has happened in theatre for as long as theatre's been around. And it's been happening in film for a long time too. This, for example, is Kind Hearts and Coronets, where Alec Guinness plays all the members of the Gascoigne family.
The occasion was interesting in that it provided me with my first sight of the Gascoignes en masse. Interesting and somewhat depressing, for it emphasized how far I had yet to travel. There was the Duke. There was my employer, Lord Gascoigne. There was Admiral Lord Horatio Gascoigne. There was General Lord Rufus Gascoigne. There was Lady Agatha Gascoigne. And in the pulpit, talking interminable nonsense, the Reverend Lord Henry Gascoigne.
The life cut short was one rich in achievement and promise of service to humanity.
The Gascoignes certainly appear to have accorded with the tradition of the landed gentry and sent the fool of the family into the church.
This is a great film and rightly considered a classic of British cinema. And Alec Guinness does a great job playing all the members of the family, but outside of that one wide shot they don't really interact. So let's look at something different. This is a film from my childhood that I loved, and I watched it when I was far too young. It's called Coming to America. It stars Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall.
Pound for pound, Sugar Ray Robinson, the greatest fighter ever lived.
Oh, come on, man. What about Joe Louis?
The Brown Bomber. Now that was a great boxer.
You damn right.
I suppose nobody in here ever heard of Cassius Clay.
We got a point. Cassius Clay was a bad motherfucker.
Hey, I ain't saying Clay ain't bad. I'm just saying I stopped liking Cassius Clay once he changed his name to Muhammad Ali. What kind of shit is that?
Wait a second. A man has the right to change his name to whatever he wants to change it to. And if a man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, God damn it, this is a free country. You should respect his wishes and call the man Muhammad Ali.
His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I say Clay.
Get out of here.
That's right. That's right. He gonna always be Clay to me. I don't give a fuck what he changed name to. He is Clay. He Clay to me. I say Clay.
Eddie Murphy plays Saul, Clarence, Prince Akeem and Randy Watson in this film. And this is the subtle genius of John Landis. These scenes don't look any different than if these characters were played by different actors. Apparently Charles Murphy, which is Eddie Murphy's brother, was his body double for this, so you can see Charles Murphy's hands as the barber there, whilst a completely different actor sits slightly out of focus in the background as Saul.
That'll be $8.
You have to hand it to Eddie Murphy, he really is the master when it comes to this sort of stuff. This scene is from the 1998 remake of Nutty Professor.
Hey, give me gas. You know, in my day, Sherman, people used to spend time with their family on Sundays and special occasions, come around and pay their respect.
You mess around and mess all little Ernest's golden years, magic golden years, and you're gonna be mad at yourself. That's your nephew.
Oh, baby's got a little gas.
There you go, you better cover your plate.
Oh, Grandma. Need a peppermint.
Mama, have some water.
Man, it's been all night.
Don't tell me I'll cover your plate. Don't, not tonight, Cletus. I'll kick your ass.
Sherman, I cooked all this food. Is that all you gonna eat?
Hey, what's wrong with you? You're supposed to eat that thing, not scalp it. Well, Daddy, all calories in the chicken are found in the skin and in the fat, so I peel it
what you
off.
talking about? That's where all the fats and calories is. You know where that come from? Watching that damn TV.
In this film, Eddie Murphy plays Sherman Clump, Papa Clump, Grandma Clump, Ernie Clump and Mama Clump. I have to pause here for a second because Eddie Murphy's performance as Mama Clump is fantastic. It's incredibly subtle and nuanced, and it would have been very easy to get outrageous laughs by playing this as a man in a dress, but a lot like John Travolta in Hairspray, he's playing it as a woman, and it's all the better for it. I wish only there were other cross-dressing comedians who would take a leaf out of his book. No names.
Ain't nothing wrong with Oprah. I seen Oprah on hard copy last week with a picture of her. Got a tall, young, strong gentleman named Stedman, so handsome. He's my favorite out of all of them. Jenny Jones, Marilyn Kagan, Maury Povich, Lattimore, Leno, Montel, Ricky Lake.
I like Geraldo.
Mike Douglas. Oh, Mike Douglas. You know, Mike Douglas used to make me moist when I watched the show. I admit it, I would get moist when I watched the show. Only white man ever did that to me was Mike Douglas.
What sells the scene is Eddie Murphy's performance. He is a master at reacting off of himself. Also, the dialogue nicely overlaps each other and there's enough passing of the bowl to sell all of that stuff. What also really helps is the fact that there's only one Eddie Murphy per shot, apart from this one.
Daddy, all I'm trying to say is that scientific breakthroughs are occurring all the time. And
The only thing about to break through is your ass about to break through the seat of your pants.
On the whole, the digital compositing in this film is very good, and seeing that it's over 20 years old, it should be considered better still. But, did you notice that? Let's have another look.
Daddy, all I'm trying to say is that scientific breakthroughs are occurring all the time. And
The only thing about to break through is your ass about to break through the seat of your pants.
Let's see that again. A little closer.
Daddy, all I'm trying to say is that scientific breakthroughs are occurring all the time. And
The only thing about to break through is your ass about to break through the seat of your pants.
That's a twist the filmmakers weren't intending. One of them's a ghost. Seems like an incredible nitpick because you don't notice these things if you're enjoying the story, and it's a very enjoyable story. But if you do notice them, it can really take you out of what's going on. My last clip is from a film called The Social Network.
Well, darkness is the absence of light, and the stupidity in that instance was the absence of me. Catherine, I've got students in my office now. Students. Undergrads. I don't know. From the looks of it, they want to sell me a Brooks Brothers franchise. All right. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I'm Cameron Winklevoss, and this is my brother, Tyler.
And you're here because... Either of you can answer.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought you were reading the letter.
When The Social Network came out in 2010, I had no idea who Armie Hammer was, and I only found out because I checked the credits to see who the twin actors were. That goes to show that this effect really works.
In the Harvard Student Handbook, which is distributed to each freshman, under the heading Standards of Conduct in the Harvard Community, it says the college expects all students to be honest and forthcoming in their dealings with members in this community. Students are required to respect public and private ownership and instances of theft, misappropriation,
And...
Yes, sir.
Punch me in the face. Go ahead.
Now, when I'm making a film, I'm not going to have the money that David Fincher has, so that means no motion control for me. I'm going to have to approach this like John Landis did, with invented use of body doubles and editing so smart that it doesn't look any different from a normal movie. Or at least that's the plan. As I say, this is just research. I'm Scott Kingsnorth, and I'm making a movie.